walk on the water, if that's your word. And it doesn't matter, as you might say, but you don't mind anyway. I don't mind, I don't mind what you do for me. Oh, I don't mind, I don't mind what you do for me. Cut me in two, tie me up in flames. I would still love you, baby, I'm insane. I'm just a prisoner of your disdain, and I found some of the key that gets me half the way. I don't mind, I don't mind what you do for me. I don't mind, I don't mind what you do for me. I don't mind, I don't mind what you do for me. I don't mind, I don't mind what you do for me. Hello, thanks very much. That song was called I Don't Mind. This next song is called Monsters. She doesn't know who you really are. The lies are surprised to come and get you in your fire. You've got monsters, monsters on their skin. She doesn't know about your getaway, the games that you play, and you'll play them every day. You got monsters, monsters on their skin. When will you let me in? Let me be the one, let me be the one. If you let me be the one, steal the moon, steal the sun, 'cause you're lovely, lovely, that's what you are. Steal the sun, if we steal the sun, I'd give it to you. You can do what you want, they're just objects, objects, objects to me. When will you let me in? And now, what would I be without you? Ooh, my evil is a thing. My evil is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two. And now, whatever it is that you choose, choose. My evil is a thing for two. My evil is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two. She doesn't know about that freckle on your leg, shaped like a snake, and it's all in your head. It's nonsense. Nonsense, that's what it is. She doesn't know that you're insane. is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two. And now, whatever it is that you choose my evil is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two. But two. You choose my evil is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two. Evil is a thing for two.
Great. Yeah. I think I'll just leave her to the end. Without further ado, the BT Young Scientist and Technologist of the Year 2017 is Shane Curran from Terenure College, Dublin.
We're going to try to break the internet later on. We're going to have a selfie challenge. Listen out for the announcements later on. But right now, here we go. It's time. Can you please welcome on stage our wonderful presenters, Roisin Kamal and Aidan Power.
How's it going?
Hello there. She should swear we're at the theatre with that round of applause. Hello, everybody. That's a little bit better. Nice to see you all. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the BT Young Scientists and Technology Exhibition for 2018.
Yes.
You're a little bit shy, are you? Oh, that won't do for us now. How are you all? Good. It's nice to see you. Welcome and congratulations for making it this far in the competition. You are in for the week of your lives. Let's start by welcoming our ambassadors, our students, our teachers, and everyone who's watching us right now on Facebook Live. Let's say hello to everyone on Facebook Live. How are you, Facebook Live? How's it going? Like, tag, do whatever you do. Let's say to everyone watching as well, this year, this competition just gets bigger and better each year and more popular with the public. And this year, in fact, most days of the exhibition are sold out. So if you are watching and you're thinking about coming to the competition, check on the website for tickets before you travel.
Everyone wants to see us, I think, Aidan, is the thing. Not really.
Right, you're on your own with that one.
Ambassador Roini Usta, we're Gade Fáilte, he gan Charmanis Oscailte, gan BT, Oli agus Technoli Og na Blina, Anna Husarm Hain, agus Aidan Avet and Shaw Irwer Godachta. This is the 54th BT Young Scientist and Technology Exhibition, and it is BT's 18th year as the main sponsor, so I think that deserves a big round of applause.
Indeed it does. Hear, hear. So let's tell you what's going to happen today before you all head back to your stands and get the competition underway, because the judges, they are here and they're starting judging very soon. But first, we've got some very special guests that we'd like to introduce you to this afternoon, and we're going to get a sneak peek at one of the very special shows that's going to take place in this arena during the week. And let's just say and be warned, it's going to be explosive. That's coming up soon.
Also, we're going to be meeting the current BT Young Scientist and Technologist. He's sitting over there. Mr. Shane Kern will be talking to you in a few minutes and hearing all about his year. Achar Dús is more an honour dún. Fáilte a chur riv Uachtarán na Héireann, Micheál D. O'Higgins, Avan Saivin, and the MD of BT Ireland, Mr. Shay Walsh. Give them a huge round of applause.
Well, Conna Satashiv. Buncha Gama. Gahiantuk. Well, Ta Fáilte Roiv Galer Gudi on Tashpontas Oli, Technoliac, BT Fehes a Hook Joke. Ladies and gentlemen, British Ambassador Robin Barnett, Kenyan Ambassador to Vincent O'Neill, Irish Ambassador in Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, and our superstars, BT Young Scientists, you're very welcome to the BT Young Scientists Technology Exhibition 2018. What a wonderful week you're going to have. Now, I've got two jobs today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what to expect over the next couple of days. But first, will you give a huge round of applause and welcome to the podium to give us the opening address of the BT Young Scientists and Technology Exhibition 2018, Uachtarán na Héireann, President Michael D. Higgins.
Gwini cór, an géide ar siasis, mín le ma wikas a gwal asacht yn ffyr cyn fáilte dar sif rhwm hyn, is rem a van céile saifin. A hael si, excellencies, a bwyl din orachtas, din doel agus din sianad. Din yoga, ac a haire hetish mahori agus gach din na múntori ar fad, ac na dini at a violence and taspontas fein. I'm absolutely delighted to be here. I have had the great privilege of doing the official opening of this wonderful Young Scientist and Technology exhibition over a number of years. But let me say straight away, I've had also the opportunity of listening to some fine young Irish music, and you should support Irish music. And I think I'm really pleased as well that Their Excellencies, the Ambassador of Great Britain and the Irish Ambassador to Kenya are with us, as indeed I'm so pleased as well that there are representatives from the Dáil and Shannon, and I pay tribute to those public representatives who are supporting science and particularly young scientists. It seems a very long time ago, but when one thinks about how all of this started, but it owes a very, very great deal to inspirational people, founded by Father Thomas Burke and Dr. Tony Scott. 54 years ago, in 1965, they had the vision to see the importance of encouraging curiosity, creativity among young people. And thankfully, I had great opportunities that came in of meeting Dr. Scott. When they started, there were 230 entries, and there were 5,000 visitors, and they were able to be accommodated in the Mansion House. Really, for this year's project, there were 2,031 projects submitted by 4,250 students. And of those, 550 projects were available to go on display here this year. Tres Liam Lev, I congratulate all of you, all of your teachers, and all of those who supported you in making not just the 550 projects available, but the 2,031 projects, because that atmosphere that is being created by teachers and youngsters, that curiosity is so important. I think that as President of Ireland, when I've been invited to open this exhibition, I sometimes get the opportunity of going through the long, long list. And I did so again this year. And the projects are dealing with challenges that face us in health, in social media, in sport and nutrition. And they are of immense value in dealing with some things that I think really will not wait to be challenged, will not wait for resolution. I'm thinking in particular of rural depopulation, of what is happening in our society, what is happening in relation to regional differences in terms of wealth and income and participation. But very particularly, it is your generation who are showing enthusiasm for the great global challenges of sustainable development, responding to climate change and migration. And that, for somebody of my generation, is so, so encouraging. You are at a greater degree of ethical awareness probably than any other generation. Maybe this shouldn't surprise us. After all, what we are witnessing on our planet is a 4.5 billion year old planet being placed at risk by badly thought out policies that we often haven't had the courage to correct or to face. And the challenges that are now facing us, and that I hope that you will engage with, they will require the best of our efforts, new thought, new teaching, new sharing of science and technology. And I think it will also, and something that you are addressing, as I went through the list of projects, I saw how many of you are dealing with, for example, the impact of the new communications technology and social media, realizing that science is never neutral. Science in previous generation has delivered us war and destruction. War is a great failure of humanity. So science and technology, how it is to be developed, how is it to be delivered into our world to deal with global challenges like sustainable development and climate change and the movement of populations, but also at home as our countrysides empty out, as we maybe lose farming as a way of life. How are we to combine ecology, economy, and ethics? And if I did have one disappointment in the long list, it is that there are not more projects dealing with the new kind of economics that we need and the necessary combination between ethics and economics. I think as well what is very, very important this year, how pleased it is that we are able to welcome guests from Africa, and that I had the opportunity of meeting 2 young scientists from Kenya, and also the Tanzania have been able to participate. I just decided, in the short amount of time, I kept shortening the speech. That's a promise. But one of the things I said about it was, I must really speak about Africa. And Africa is incredibly important. Do we really realize the significance that by 2050, 2.5 billion people, 26% of all the people alive on the planet, will live on the continent of Africa? That there will be 1 billion young people, representing 38% of all of the young people on the planet. Now there's a challenge. Can we look at that planet and see, can we look at that continent of the young, as it will be in your lifetime? Can we really say, should we treat it the way we have treated our planet up to now? And the answer must be no. There must be a new form of economics, a new form of sustainable development. We must be able to see our fellow people on this planet as people that we are in partnership with for the future, rather than seeing it as a problem. And I believe that for Ireland, it is very significant. In previous generations to mine, Irish people went and taught, and many of them were involved in medicine. And some, like your parents, were involved in peacekeeping in different parts of the world. Your contribution to Africa will be to ensure that science and technology without borders will go to the population that needs it without delay, that it will go with a matter of urgency, that you will respect local technologies, appropriate technologies, and you will enable us, by getting that planet right, enable us to make great advances in sustaining our planet. I so want to welcome, therefore, the young scientists, let us say from Tanzania, who entered the competition, Prosper Lima and Eric Leza, and their teacher, Dennis Samari, and the representatives I met just now from Kenya, Eric Naimwaro and Michael Waraki. I think it is moments like this, young people like yourselves, fired with enthusiasm, working collectively, demonstrating the commitment to carrying out a scientific endeavor. That is what gives us all hope. And I think something that's just very important. Looking back at those moments when Tony Scott and others decided to set up this wonderful exhibition, they saw something very important, and that was that great creative and moral instincts that lie at the heart of science. They begin with curiosity among young people, a great sense of wonder, of continually being able to find things out and see things in a different way. Because it was around that time, 50 years ago, that the great C.P. Snow gave a lecture in which he spoke about two cultures. And he said we must never see science and creativity as opposing cultures. They are of the same kind. They are about wonder. They are about curiosity. And they are about the great, great capacity of the human mind and of the human spirit. And I think this is also very, very important. I think, therefore, the projects that are displayed this year, they're following something that Einstein himself wrote. He wrote, Albert Einstein, science can only ascertain what is, but not what should be. And outside of its domain, value judgments of all kinds remain necessary. It isn't only the discovery, it's what you do with it. And I think, therefore, you are going to be in that generation that will have to answer these questions. Has the continent that I described, that will be full of all these people, must that wait, for example, for the results of science and technology to come through multinational corporations? Or must it go because it is necessary now? That is what I mean by saying we must free up the benefits of science and technology for where they are most necessary. And that means that it must get beyond self-interest. We mustn't have to wait to satisfy all the shareholders before humanity is relieved of what it could be relieved of in terms of infectious diseases, in terms of global poverty, or in terms of malnutrition. And therefore, I think what is just wonderful, therefore, last year I had the opportunity in November of making a presentation to that great, great Irishman from Donegal, Dr. William Campbell, who became the first Irish-born scientist to share the Nobel Prize for Medicine in recognition of his discovery of avermectin. And as a result of his research, river blindness has been almost eradicated. And that was made possible because the results of his work were able, because of those with whom he worked, to allow it to be immediately applied, and therefore affecting millions of people. So therefore, it's a wonderful time to be a young scientist. It's a responsible time to be a young scientist. There is a great challenge in saying science and technology, which have changed our world, can change our world for the better, but not just the better for ourselves or those who can consume a product, but for all humanity, intergenerationally, and be able to do so in a sustainable way, and to do in a way that will redress great wrongs. I'm so pleased that there are so many dedicated teachers who are year after year encouraging their students in this way. I know there's one school, and they'll know who they are, who have 39 projects in. But I think it makes such a big difference. And I want to thank the teachers, I want to thank the parents, I want to thank all of those who have been assisting, all of the interests. Agus a go háirithe tres líomnis na scailíne a bhfuil na tógraí éasúlisteach agus tá a déanamh a obair trabhán na Gaeilge. Tá tábhacht ar le ag buint le sin, agus tá leathan agus méad mór ar an méid scailíne den sort sin atá choristeach ar an comórtas seo. The projects on this display are not only about the big issues that I mentioned that are unavoidable and with which we must engage. It's not a matter for words anymore in relation to issues of climate change and sustainability, eliminating global poverty. I say at my age, I see it as a great failure that my generation did not end global poverty. I see it regularly as a great failure when we are able to understand migration. I see it as a great failure when we are not able to understand the decisions that are being taken globally. I think 150 years ago, it was important that ordinary people understood what literacy was so that they could be represented in Parliament. Your generation must know everything about economics. You need a new literacy about science and its responsibility, a new literacy about economics. And what's more, I know, looking at the projects, the capacity is there to do everything in a new way, and I'm sure that you will do that. And not just on the global issues, but there are projects that are just so important. There is a project at looking at the effects of the opening of a huge new store on local retail activity. I'm serious when I say we have to realize if we need a balanced Ireland in which everyone will participate to the best of their capacity, it needs to be balanced in terms of opportunities and population and services. And that's why you must take back and recover regional economics, which was once popular in the 1970s and then dropped. The old linearity has brought us to a point of danger. So all the new thinking is in the projects that more than 50,000 people will look at while this is on. I want to thank you, young people, and all those who assisted with you, and the sponsors, for making possible for us to see what this new alternative Ireland might be, what this new responsible, sustainable world might be. Tres Liam Liver Fought, I congratulate each and every one of you on entering for a start. I congratulate you for also as well those parents who allowed their homes to be turned into mini laboratories. And I also hope, and I know, that coming together as you do, sharing knowledge, anxious to share knowledge all over the world, you are the people who offer us the best hope that science and technology will become available to everybody in our planet and give us a better planet. Míle buíochas barbanach gur míle maith agat.
Young scientists, well done. Congratulations. Doesn't seem very excited. Congratulations. You know what? You are, as the President said last year, it is wonderful what you're imagining. It is fantastic, your interest in STEM, and we want to thank you. It's such an honor to have you here today. All of your projects, all 550 of them, are fantastic. Now, one of the things that can never be taken away from you is the fact that you're always going to be a BT Young Scientists. That will never be. There's only about 70,000 that ever existed. So you're joining a class of a very elite group. So congratulations, and give yourselves a round of applause for getting here today. And not only that, but you're making history today. You are going to be part of the longest running and the largest STEM event of its kind, not just in Ireland, but in the world. So give yourselves a round of applause for making history as well. As you've probably seen, the theme of this year's exhibition is It Starts Here. And it truly does. It starts here. Who knows what great things you're going to go on to and what you're going to become. In fact, one of our first winners, John Monaghan, is here. And his interest in STEM, just like you, in 1965, it's a long time ago. Some of your parents weren't born. 1965, it was John's interest and desire to explore chemistry that got him to the Mansion House, as the President mentioned, for the first year. Now, John went on then to get a chemistry degree. He went on to the US biotech company, and he's now here. And some of you will be lucky to be judged by John Monaghan. And it's his interest in STEM that has got us here today. You'll also be meeting Shane Curran, the last winner. So we have the first winner and the last winner here today. In fact, if you think about it, BT, which celebrates its 180th year, it's a long time. Our founding father was an engineer, interested in engineering, maths. And without him, he invented the electric telegraph. Without him, who knows, BT wouldn't have been here today. So it's so important, your interest in STEM, and we thank you for it. Now, a quick show of hands. Who has been here before and exhibited? Hands up. Okay, a few. And who hasn't? Okay, right. Very good. Well, look, number one, well done for the new entrants here. But the point is, most people haven't been here before, so it's understandable you're going to be a little bit anxious, right? So I get that, a little bit anxious myself, right? So I'll give you a few reasons why you're not to be anxious. Number one, you're probably terrified of the judges. The judges are sitting up there. They're flesh and bone as well, just like the rest of us. They're not here to catch you out. They're not here to find out what you don't know. This isn't an exam like the junior cert or the senior cert. They're here to find out about your project. And the person, or the group, that know most about the project is you. So you're the subject matter expert in that conversation. So don't worry about the judging. The judging is going to be fantastic. The second thing is it's not all going to be work, and getting judged. You're going to have plenty of time for downtime. There's 20 shows a day. We've got David Mead coming back. We've got the Ministry of Science this year. We're going to have great fun. So there's lots of opportunity for downtime. There's also going to be quizzes, but also the most exclusive, you could say, nightclub in town, because it's invitation only. Even Kim Kardashian, if she came, or Brian O'Driscoll, if she came knocking on the door, we'd have to turn them away. So you're going to have a few nights of disco next door here, if that's not the modern term. Let's just call it a nightclub, really. Now, the other thing is, you are the superstars. Okay? People are coming in. There's going to be over 60,000 people paying money to come in, and they're coming in to see you. So think about that. Next door here on Saturday, I think Leinster are playing. There's only 16,500 going to Leinster. So, in theory, you could say you're 3 times as popular as Leinster, and I'm sure the people from Munster, Connacht, and Ulster would probably agree with that anyway. And finally, in just over 48 hours, the winner is going to be sitting amongst you. You are sitting there right now. In just over 48 hours, we're going to be announcing the winner. And the winner this year, BT have dug even deeper this year, and we're going to have a first prize of €7,500 for the winner. So that's to look forward to. Yes. The second thing, I know young people motivate. My money is fantastic. The second thing is the winner of this competition. So the BT Young Scientist and Technology winner of 2018 is going to compete in the European Union competition, which happens in September. Now, two interesting things about that. Ireland has won it 14 out of 29 times. So that's a good stat. And we'll give a clap to your previous winners. And then, so the winner is going to compete in the European competition, and the competition is going to be here on home turf in the RDS, and it's going to be hosted in Ireland and Dublin. So you have home advantage, the winner. So that's a little bit of a good news. So finally, I've just got a few thank yous to make. This competition, this exhibition couldn't happen without the help of our sponsors. And I think if we might just throw up some of the several names. Look, I mean, it's too numerous to mention, but particular mention to Intel, RTE, Perigo, Analog Devices, Department of Education and Skills, and the Department of Education in Northern Ireland as well. So a big round of applause and thank you for our sponsors. Thank you. Now, if you could maybe bring up the house lights, this is really important, this group of people. You have to be very, very nice to this group of people. The red coats, the blue coats, you can look around the room, you can see them, you can't miss them, right? They've got red coats. Some of them have red gilets, some of them have black gilets, some of them have blue gilets. Be nice to those people. These are our BT volunteers. So big round of applause for our BT volunteers. This isn't, by the way, this isn't their day job. They don't just do this all year round. They're engineers, they're accountants. This is the 4 days where they come and volunteer and give their time. So they're fantastic, and we're so proud of all of our volunteers. So just one final thing, if you could help me with. We're delighted. President has opened the exhibition here for the last 3 years, and we are honored to have him. He is an absolute credit to this country. And we have a little memento, Uachtaráin, as a thank you from the BT Young Scientist to you for your opening address. And if Aidan could give it to me there. Yeah, thank you. Uachtaráin. There we go. So, now that's it. Judging commences shortly, so I wish you very best of luck, and we'll see you back here on Friday afternoon. Take care.
Thanks, Shane. Thank you very much. Thank you, Uachtaráin. Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great stuff.
Oh, great. Oh, Ferrara Whitetain, Jasper Echo, wonderful.
Cheers. Well done. Thank you.
Folks,
no. Sit down.
We're not finished.
It ain't over till it's over. I know that was good, but we got more stuff for you.
Just to let you know as well, the President will be in the main hall, so if you could return to your stands afterwards, and some of you will get to meet Uachtaráin Nahéir, and he'll have a few questions for you.
Yeah. Maybe do a selfie?
Maybe do a selfie.
I don't know. Maybe that's not protocol. Don't ask for a selfie. You'll get me in trouble.
Tell him Aidan told you. Now, it's time to meet a young man who, like you, was sitting here not knowing that he was going to be the BT Young Scientist and Technologist for 2017. He'd already placed in the top 4 2 years previous to that, so he was very hopeful, and he did it last year. So let's give a warm welcome back to the BT Young Scientist and Technologist for 2017, Mr. Shane Curran!
Shane Curran! Hey, Shane.
Hey, Shane.
Nice to see you again.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for coming back to
Now,
us.
either you've grew or I've shrunk.
I've heard that a lot, but I don't know if it's true.
Must be.
Tell us about the year, Shane. Has it been epic?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I mean, it's probably one of the best years I've had so far. All the trips abroad and all the sort of other opportunities that have presented themselves from Young Scientists is just incredible.
You got to go to Amsterdam. How was that?
Yeah, Amsterdam was great. It was probably one of the highlights of the year. It was great crack, and got to go see the European Space Agency as well. So, you know, sometimes when we think of space, we think of NASA, but there's a lot of good work going on in Europe as well.
Okay. Was that the highlight?
Yeah, I'd say definitely. It was a really good trip, and I'd be delighted if I could go back again.
Okay.
Well, you never know. We're on Facebook Live. You never know.
Put the word out there. Maybe they're watching. Now, you had a slight mishap throughout the year before you went to Estonia.
Yeah, about a week before I broke my leg playing rugby, so I was about 5 days post-op getting on a plane. So it was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
It was pretty difficult, but it kind of added to the memory of the event itself. So
yeah, you won't forget hobbling around Estonia on cobbled streets.
Yeah, I mean, tourism with crutches is very tough.
They didn't carry you, Shane, no.
No.
No, not going to happen.
Would have been pretty difficult.
Now, the European contest is coming here, as Shay mentioned there. What can we look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, the sort of atmosphere in Estonia was fantastic, and I mean, you know, coming to Dublin is probably one of the best things that could happen to it. I think in September it's going to be an absolutely brilliant event. Hopefully all the work will pay off, and you know, that'll be another great event and the best one yet.
Cool. Now, you're in Leaving Cert. What are the plans for the year ahead?
I suppose I have to get that out of the way, but college, I suppose, in September, I'm probably going for computer science or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's pretty tricky balancing everything, but I think it's very useful to have everything on the go at the same time.
Now, having been here several times and, of course, won it last year, for everyone who's here, and especially our new students, what advice can you pass on?
I suppose there's a couple of things. The first would just be to be really comfortable with your project. You know, you've done all the work so far. You know, there's very little that can go wrong, trust me. And then also what Shay said is to sort of enjoy the social side as well. I mean, every evening there's something on in the students' club, so I'd make use out of that. It's a really good experience, and I wish I could go back.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you again. Triggy Bulbos Moore, the Shane Curran, the BT Young Scientist
Thank
and
you, Shane.
Technologist.
Thank you.
My arm is actually sore.
That's why I let you hold. One of you will have that trophy on Friday. Now, a lot of crack going to happen during the week, and we're going to see some amazing shows and science demonstrations, one of which we're going to get a preview now. So are we ready to blow some stuff up?
Yes.
All right, these guys are world-renowned. This is going to be amazing. Please welcome Ministry of Science.
Thanks, guys. Oh, well, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. We are the Ministry of Science. My name's Mike. Everyone say hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. And my name's Sasha. Everyone say hi, Sasha.
And hello to everyone on Facebook Live. We are delighted to be with you guys. We look forward to seeing all your wonderful exhibits. Well done to each and every one of you for being here. But the Ministry of Science, well, we are a theatre show, and we tour the world. We've done our UK tour. We've been to Malaysia, the UAE, to Hong Kong as well. So we're delighted to be with you guys. Our key point is that we're always trying to get that spark into youngsters to show them how exciting science can be, because we want more youngsters to grow up like you guys, to have a real interest in science and to develop our future world. So we thought we'd show you guys a couple of our favourite experiments.
Certainly. So we've got some really, really cool experiments for you. And now we're going to look at liquid nitrogen. So liquid nitrogen is nitrogen, but in a liquid form. It was first liquefied at the Jagiellonian University in 1883, creating liquid nitrogen. Now, liquid nitrogen, as I've said, it's extremely cold, and it's used in the cryogenic preservation of humans and pets, amongst other things. And in the future, we may even see our cars run on this. So liquid nitrogen boils at minus 196 degrees.
Minus 196 degrees. Now, for this experiment, we have got our tub full of liquid nitrogen. Oh, this is Mark, everyone. Everyone say, hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
He doesn't speak. Now, we've got our liquid nitrogen. Now, that's boiling away at minus 196 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, we've been handed a kettle, and I'm sure you all know that water boils at 100 degrees. So the difference between the two liquids is nearly 300 degrees. So we're going to show you guys what happens when boiling hot water meets liquid nitrogen.
But, Mike, this looks pretty dangerous.
It's fairly dangerous.
So we've got some visors, haven't we?
Yeah, I think I'm wearing your one. There you go. You take that one. There we go. Right. So this is the plan, everybody. We're going to drop our boiling hot water onto liquid nitrogen, and you guys can help us with it as well, because we're going to have a 5-second countdown. Now, which side of the room do you think is going to be louder?
I don't know, actually. That side?
Or could it be my side?
My side! Ha-ha!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Check this out. My side.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. We're going to do a 5-second countdown. The visors are on. Are you ready for this?
Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay, so everybody with the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, that's pretty cool. We can see the effect as it's going towards our friends in the front row. I think, Mr. Cameraman, have you got a good shot?
We've
Cool, that'd be
made a bit
€5,
of a mess,
please.
haven't we?
I think so. We could maybe end with a bigger bang. Who thinks we should have a bigger bang?
Ah, an explosion.
Yeah, but I don't know if have we got time?
No, don't.
Actually, I think we should probably just say, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Well, we're all done.
We need to end on a bang.
Oh, we do.
Well, I think so.
Or are you two, you know, chicken?
Well, we're not chicken.
Not chicken.
Are you guys chicken? Okay, so we need to end on a big bang. So, Sasha, what have we got?
Haha, well, I've got some balloons all filled with explosive gases. So this balloon contains hydrogen, which is a chemical element with atomic number 1. It's represented by the symbol H, and although it's relatively rare on this Earth, it actually accounts for roughly 75% of the universe's chemical elemental mass. It was also the first element made after the Big Bang that created the universe.
In balloon number 2, well, this one's also got hydrogen, but we have added a touch of oxygen. And the oxygen will be the key. You see, if balloon number 1 only has hydrogen inside it, it would need to pull in oxygen from the air all around to fuel the combustion. However, if inside balloon number 2, there's already a little bit of oxygen inside with the hydrogen, well, that would help fuel the combustion with a much quicker reaction.
And a much bigger bang. And the third balloon, well, we've done some calculations. And this balloon contains half hydrogen and half pure oxygen.
So that should be the perfect mix for a very, very, very violent reaction.
And the perfect mix for a very, very, very loud bang.
So we hope you've all enjoyed taking a look at some of our wonderful demonstrations.
From the inventors and engineers who've shaped our world.
To, of course, the many different types of energy in it.
We believe there is a scientist, engineer and inventor in all of you.
So we'll leave you guys with this. Have a brilliant week at the BT Young Scientist and Technology Exhibition 2018!
Woo!
Let's go! Okay, now Sasha has our Kevlar stick. Here we go.
That's my girl. First up, it's Kevin the Kevlar stick, all ready with the fuel on it. Let's get it ignited. So, we've combined the fuel, the source of ignition, and the oxygen. And now we have fire. Here's only one thing to do. Fingers in ears, everybody.
Okay, this is going to get louder and louder. So balloon number 1, it's just hydrogen. Balloon number 2, it's hydrogen with a little bit of oxygen. Keep those fingers in your ears. And balloon number 3, it's half hydrogen, half pure oxygen. Let's go! Oh.
That's better. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great week.
Wow.
Is it safe to come
I
back
can't
out?
hear anymore after that. Wow.
That was a bit scary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Britain's Got Talent meets science. Do you like that? They're called Ministry of Science. You're going to see them here all week, and maybe they blow up even more stuff than that. It's almost it from the opening ceremony. But before we go, very quickly, I nearly forgot. There's a few people who can't be here today who wanted to send you a quick message. So let's have a look.
Well, I think there are three major challenges that science, technology, engineering and maths could help us to solve over the next couple of years.
So Germany faces a number of challenges that I think STEM can help address in a very beneficial way.
I think STEM can be used in Ireland for some of our major challenges.
Climate change,
high levels of poverty,
curing diseases that we can't cure today,
foods and goods wastage, burdens of disease in our country.
Refugee situation.
Agricultural sustainability.
Artificial intelligence.
The future for science will bring about solutions that will help solve some of these problems.
Those who pursue STEM research and STEM education truly can save and enhance lives around the world.
Science, technology, maths, all of the STEM core subjects are absolutely crucial to the future of our country, our economy, our health system.
I think young people like us can be change makers.
We are able to see the things that are going really, really well globally, but we're also able to see the things that need change and that need influence and need our change makers to step up and make a change. And those people are you.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes and break things. It's the funnest way of learning.
Never feel your ability and your opportunities are limited.
Study hard, because it opens the world and knowledge is power.
Don't get complacent. Always try to push yourself forward. Always try to learn new things.
We can come up with solutions that make this world a better place to live for all of us.
Nice words.
We are huge fans of the work being done by the folks behind the BT Young Scientist and Technology exhibition, and that's why in 2018 we're delighted to say that the American Chamber will be presenting the BT Young Scientist and Technology exhibition with a special recognition award, showing our appreciation for the work they do.
Nice words and great advice from some very well-known and influential people. Right, it is time for us to say goodbye. Katie Laffin is back on stage. She is about to close the ceremony for us. You have a new fan in the President. He was asking for you backstage. He's a big fan. Katie's been on Other Voices, performed at Electric Picnic, and many others. Keep an eye out for 2018. It is going to be a big year.
Now, the judging is going to start soon, so when it's all over, get back to your stands. Be ready to share your project with our judges and enjoy the next few days. Feckin Muid Shipshin Shaw, Zehina, Bonigi Soltis and Kupla Law, Slonga Fall.
See you Friday. Have a great week, folks. See you then. Bye-bye.